Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we'll be reviewing the Barnet Sunday Football League season. Just before pre-season kicks off, we will have a preview show as well in the next few weeks. We do have the constitution out, so we will be discussing the new league constitution, some of the new teams that are joining the league and the makeup on the new divisions. But we're going to start off with last season. Obviously, this is the review show. We're going to start off with the final tables. So the Premier Division went to AFC Oakwood, newly promoted. They won the title on the final day of the season, beating Highgate Albion 1-0. It was a fairly well-deserved win on the night for AFC Oakwood. I thought they were the better team on the night, and they thoroughly deserved their title. Highgate Albion coming in second. A season of missed opportunities for them. Second in the league. They got knocked out of the Premier Cup semi-finals. They lost the National Cup final, obviously, to Beatties. But they did pick up the Roger Jones Senior Challenge Cup, so it wasn't all disappointment for them. But a lot of what-ifs there. They also were in the semi-finals of the Middlesex Premier Cup as well. So a season of what-ifs, but they did pick up some silverware. In third place, joint second with Highgate Albion with Trabzonspor UK. They were London Cup runners-up as well. Fantastic season for them. In fourth place, the Takers on 28 points, and their participation in the league has been up in the air. Whether they'll join the new London Super League remains to be seen, but they picked up the Middlesex Premier Cup this year, retaining it from last year. In fifth place with newly promoted and newly formed Atletico Cerezo, I'd say they had a fairly decent first season on 23 points. Then Park Royals, the bridesmaids this year, losing both the Roger Jones Senior Challenge Cup and the Premier Cup finals this year, and finishing in sixth place. In seventh place with Gal All Stars, another fairly average season for them, but they did pick up their first bit of silverware in the Barnet League, winning the Invitational Cup over Westbourne United. In eighth place were the Wrong'uns. They were also newly promoted after winning Division 1 last season. They finished on 16 points. And Hornsey and Highgate finishing in last. They only got the solitary win this season. They were on 3 points. So moving on into the Championship, another hotly contested league saw Westbourne United come on. They came away. There we go, with the league title on 33 points. In second place with the Bandits on 27. They were also followed on 27 by Mehmetçik Galata, missing out on promotion by the 5 goal difference, although I'm pretty sure they have been added into the Premier Division next season, but we will see that in the constitution. You never know, it does change from time to time. In fourth place was Zaza on 25. In fifth place were Heavy Hitters on 23, but they did win the Premier Cup, remember, beating Highgate Albion, and they beat Park Royals in the final. So a good first season for Heavy Hitters, even though they had that mid-table finish in the league. They weren't too far off the promotion spots in the Championship. In sixth place were Alexandra Knights on 13, then Real Menza on 12, and Panda FC coming bottom of the table on 4 points, although they have surprisingly been retained in the Championship next season. Into Division 1, where it was a runaway win for London Wednesday, 49 points from their 18 games. I'm telling you now firsthand, very, very difficult to defend against, with the 4-headed monster up front. You know, once you get past that, if you can play against them, then it becomes a lot easier. But they did kind of steamroll teams, you know, and put them away early in games, and you know, it worked for them, and they picked up the title. 49 points, as we mentioned, 84 goals scored in 18 games. Then came Highgate Albion reserves, promoted as well, Middlesex Intermediate Cup champions. So a very good season for them. In third place were Cadaris Town on 35 points. Decent season for them. No silverware, but they, showed out well in the league and done alright in other competitions. Fourth place were us, AFC Rose. A mixed bag, we had spells of decent football. We had spells of, frustration, lack of availability, and other stuff like that, and poor performances. But we ended the season on a good note with two very good wins over Gospel Oak and Highgate Albion Reserves. In fifth place with Gospel Oak, they finished on the same points as us. Then came Enfield United, 1 point back on 26. Peckenspore on 23, alongside AC Finchley, who also had 23. And then you've got a massive dip, like a 180 ramp down to the bottom. United House on 5 points and Northumberland Park Rangers on 4 points. They actually, I think, probably conceded as many as the rest of the teams together. Probably not, but they were really out of depth this season, way behind everyone. I mean, United House were 18 points behind AC Finchley in 8th place. So that goes to show the gulf of class between the 8 teams and then the bottom 2. Into Division 2, when North London Athletic completed the miraculous, turnaround. They were, dead and buried coming into the middle part of last season. I think they were near the bottom of Division 2. But they've turned it around and, one loss this season as well in a competitive Division 2. Then came Mill Hill Club to Football. I'd say also a redemption story for them because they were pretty much mid-table last season in Division 2 and, not really looking threatening. But a promotion season, they got to the Intermediate Cup final. Didn't manage to win it, but, still a successful season with promotion. Then came Whetstone Wanderers under 23s. They looked good for promotion for the majority of the season and just missed out. For them, I think they'll be a bit disappointed that they didn't get promoted. Then came Trent Park, another decent season. Fell off a bit at the league at the end, but did pick up the Intermediate Cup, which is a great success for them. Then came Oakwood Reserves, a solid season, solid if not spectacular, on 20. Grange Park also, same old for them. Not really spectacular, nothing to, shout home about. Also with Anatolians on 18 points. They like to keep games tight, and it showed there. They only had a -4 goal difference. They had better goal difference than both Grange Park and AFC Oakwood Reserves, but finished below them. Then came AFC Edmonton, step up in class, showed a bit. They finished third bottom. Then GTFA, who were third last season, have really slumped down and finished second bottom. And Locomotive Thunder, who were actually in Division 1 last season, finishing dead bottom of the table and getting relegated. Into Division 3, where the Minnows Continental, with the title, obviously dropping down from the Premier Division to Division 3. You'd expect them to at least win the title, and they did, and they actually done the double, winning the Junior Cup as well. And second place, North London Wanderers, a good season for them. They were in Division 6, I believe, last season. So they're playing better teams, or, consistently good teams. When you're in Div 5, Div 6, you're playing good teams, really good teams one week, really bad teams the other week. So it's more of a consistency at this level. Sopranos just missing out, although I think they may be included in Division 2 next season. North London Colts in 4th place. And Whetstone Wanderers Old Boys in 5th. They just missed out, losing in the Junior Cup final to Continental. Shentry, obviously losing a lot of their players to Atletico Cerezo, and it showed, as they ended up with only 16 points this season. Muswell Hill, a pretty poor season for them for their standards, finishing on 15 points. And then it was Underdogs, and London Orient making up the bottom two. Underdogs on 14 points. London Orient only on 8. Into Division 4 now. Brotherhood Cosy picking up the title. Very good season for them. They were in line to be undefeated. I think they lost in like the last few games. Only one defeat for them. They were very consistent. Had a good goal difference as well. 35 in 18 games, only conceding 20 goals. Then came Highgate Albion thirds. Good season for them as well. Promotion. They did lose in the Junior Challenge Cup final though, unfortunately, to Highgate Albion fourths, surprisingly. In third place with Barnet South, so just missing out on promotion. Then came FC Cricklewood, and then a little bit of a drop as Arness Rangers finished 11 points off Cricklewood with 22 in fifth place with 22. Then came into Mill Hill on 21, Maida V on 19, Camden FC on 18, and the bottom two were Gower Phoenix and NLR. So moving on into Division 5, obviously new teams every season in Division 5 and 6, and this went down to the final day, and EC Galaxy pulling out a 3-1 win over Cockfosters. They went into the game needing a win, and no, they didn't actually need a win. Cockfosters needed a win, sorry. Final game of the season, Cockfosters took a lead early on for a penalty and then had a golden chance to make it 2-0. They didn't. EC Galaxy responded and then hit 2 goals near the end to wrap up the title. So they're promoted and they'll be in Division 1 next season with us. Cockfosters also promoted. They'll be in Division 2 next season. In third place was South Tottenham United, then Northwest Galacticos, then Taufik, then New Copper, then Fireside came second bottom, but they did pick up the Barnet Sunday Football League Shield, and then Roving Reporters. I don't know what happened to them. They just kept moving divisions but kept losing, and they finished in last place. And then Division 6, where Highgate Albion fourths actually won the treble. So they won the Division 6 title, they won the Junior Challenge Cup, and they won the Middlesex Junior Trophy as well. Treble in their first season, so amazing achievement for them. But looking deeper into it, they only conceded 8 goals in 18 league games, which is outstanding. In second place were Muswell Hill, seconds on 46. I do not know the ins and outs of the last game of the season, but going into it, it looked like they were meant to play each other for the title, and then Highgate Albion Fools were awarded a walkover, so I don't know what happened there. In third place are Armenian Youth Association, who lost the Barnet Sunday Football League Shield final to Fireside. In fourth place were Enfield Albion. They were a bit down on 28 points. Then came Chefchaouen and Berbers on 24, New Barnet on 20, Coney Hatch Athletic on 19, North Athletic on 16, Northwest Wolves on 14, and then the young boys Edmonton Rovers finishing on 9 points. So now we're going to look at the top scorers. We're going to start off in the Premier Division. We're going to go with league goals only. We would say cup, but we're going to go with league goals only instead, just because it's a bit easier, and for some reason it's not letting me sort it properly. But here we go. So in the league, the top scorer overall was Giorgio Solanjo of AFC Oakwood. So very big congratulations to him. Obviously Oakwood winning the title and him picking up top scorer. In second place was that boy Warren Hughes Mafula. He only played 7 games in the league and picked up 12 goals. He was obviously the hero of Trabzonspor UK's London Cup run in a fantastic season. So well done to him. And in third place we had a 3-way tie between Nicolas Aspardi of Atletico Cerezo Harry Gucci Caswell of the Wrong'uns, and Solomon Ofori of Highgate Albion. Into the Championship now, where the top scorer was Olu Akinola. That's actually second straight top scorer trophy. He actually won the Division 5 top scorer last season. In second place was Jordan Palmer Samuels of Westbourne United. He had 13 goals. And Christoph Regis, who was at Alexandra Knights but moved to Westbourne United, he finished with 11 goals. So moving on now to the Div 1 top scorers, and it was Kerem Gokye of Peckenspor who finished as a top scorer on 22 goals. In second place was Alfie Francis of Highgate Albion Reserves, and in third place was Thomas Mullard of London Wednesday. He had 17 goals. Into Division 2 now, it was Dimitris Frangikis of North London Athletic. He had 17 goals. Then it was Altan Aydin of North London Athletic. He had 14 goals. And then it was a Whetstone Wanderers under 23s tie in third place between Samuel Cahill and Keegan Cole. They both finished on 11 goals. So moving on to the Division 3 top scorers, and it's a familiar name for everyone in the Barnet Sunday Football League community. Elliot McGovern of North London Colts, prolific scorer at the Sunday League level. He scored 21 goals this season. In second place, a three-way tie between Villavelli Cesar of Sopranos, Glenn Geddes of Continental, and Ardit Corby of AFC Muswell Hill. And in third place we had Marcus Fatigan of Continental. Into Division 4, and the top scorer was Alan Callaghan of Highgate Albion Thirds. He had 21 goals this season. There's a tie in second between George Lisanti of Brotherhood Cozzy and Bradley Marriott of Barnet Salsa. And in third place was Doral Duraku of NLR, who he was third place in the scoring charts, but they finished dead bottom. So I shudder to think what would happen if he didn't score any goals. And moving on to Division 5 now, where Ere Halil of EC Galaxy picked up 17 goals. Then it was Oliver Imufa in second. He had 15. And in third place was Adam Mehmet of EC Galaxy on 11 goals. And last but not least, Division 6 top scorer, who was Adam Karim of Northwest Wolves. He had 36 goals this season. In second place was Angelos Tace of AFC Muswell Hill second. And in third place was Garrow Heath of Armenian Youth Association. As always, it's a pleasure to bring you this Barnet Sunday Football League content. Remember, we will be bringing out a preview show with the Constitution. Obviously, the AGM takes place this Monday night, so we will have a clearer picture of the division makeup. We obviously will be able to bring you the tables and everything, all the new teams that are joining the league. There are a lot of exciting new teams coming to the league this season, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you content on here, on Selk, on Twitter as well. And as always, I appreciate all the follows, all the likes, all the comments, and all the love on my videos. If I didn't get this love, I wouldn't be doing, what I do. Even though it's to a small community at the moment, I appreciate all the love and, views, comments, everything on it. As always, I remember to say, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you next time.